WTBwJandC, episode 15. 15, man, we're here.
It is. The big 1-5.
On episode 20, I think we have to intentionally suck because, 2020.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. We just make the worst podcast we can. It's like, this is all the things that are wrong in the world. Speaking of things that are wrong in the world, if you have not read the Amazon reviews for Heartburn sugar-free gummy bears, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Yeah, didn't you want to read one?
I did want to read one. It's kind of lengthy, though.
Read?
It's just...
We got an hour.
That's true, I guess. Your cousin sent it to me. So he stopped sending me, overly aggressive sexual things. And now he just sends me things that make me laugh. So this story is called The Horror at 30,000 Feet. On June 2nd in 2018, my flight was leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning. After awaking and trying to get to the airport, I forgot to grab something to eat. I usually take my time and do things in order, but not this day. I was traveling from Boston to LA coming home from a work trip. I do it regularly, so nothing new. I stayed in the same hotel, and I knew the time I needed to leave to get to the airport on time. During my work trip, I stopped at a convenience store and saw these gummy bears and thought they would be a perfect gift for my son Charlie. He loves gummy bears and gummy worms. So the morning I was to head back to LA, I slept through my alarm. That never happens. I rushed to get out of the hotel and threw those gummies in my carry-on bag and just trying to make it to the airport on time. After speeding and filling up the gas in the rental, I made it to my gate as they were boarding. I get on the plane and I head down the aisle to find my window seat near the middle of the plane. I ask politely for the two adorable older ladies sitting in the middle if I could get past them to my seat. They obliged. The lady in the middle must have been around 80 years old, so it took her some time to get up and make sure she was holding on to something so she didn't fall as she stepped out into the aisle. I thanked them and took my seat. Fast forward 20 minutes as we reach our cruising altitude of around 30,000 feet in the air. As I reach into my carry-on bag to grab my headphones and I see the gummy bears. And since I was hungry and needed something, I decided to open them up and just have a few to hold me over till we land. Which, I'm going to pause right there, because what's a handful of gummy bears going to do when you're insanely hungry? For me, nothing.
Something, I guess.
I can't snack. It's impossible. I have to eat a full meal as my snack. I'm going to eat a sandwich while I make this quesadilla. Anyways, that's why I don't have a good body. Alright, back to the story. I wanted to save some for my son, so I maybe only had 4 or 5. But I had 4 or 5 too many, because once the bears had a few minutes to adjust to their new home, they began to work. It started out with a little cramp, which is normal with gassing on a plane. You don't want to fart on the plane, so you hold it in. It's airplane etiquette, which I would agree with. It would come and go over a few minutes, so I thought nothing of it, and then it got worse. The cramps intensified. The sweating started. And I began to notice that the older lady's looking over at me. About 30 minutes into eating these bears, my thinking went from, oh, these are just farts, to, oh dear God, not here. I've been a Christian my whole life, and this is the test. If there's a God, please help me leave this plane with my dignity intact. After waiting for the intense cramp waves to pass, I stood up and jumped over those 2 older women. I could not wait for them to stand, so I stood up, my back facing them, and tried to shimmy past them. I think one slipped out, because I heard one of them say, "Oh Lord, was that you?" After reaching the aisle, I waddled to the back of the plane where the least amount of risk would be. To my dismay, it was in use. I left one bathroom left in the front. I looked down in the aisle and saw my Mount Everest. I had to somehow keep my wet cheeks tighter than Fort Knox whilst waddling forward, praying that no one got out of their seats. After 5 minutes of stop and go, I made it to the bathroom and was pulling my pants down as I entered the bathroom. The door was still unlocked as the sweet release was underway. I thought I died. I thought this was it. Even though I was on the throne confessing my sins, I thought my time was called. I lost count of how many knocks at the door there was. I must have been in there for 45 minutes, but I made it. That sounds like one of my emergencies. I washed my hands. I threw water in my face to calm me down. Opening the door, I saw the faces looking back at me. Apparently, the seal to the bathroom was not airtight, letting just the slightest airflow from the bathroom to the main cabin possible. These were daughters, mothers, and all children looking at me. I could feel their questions. I could feel their comments. What have you done? We still have 2 hours left. Please divert this plane. As I began walking down, the man in the first row of first class grabbed my arm. He said, "Hey man, where's your seat?" Confused, I told him, and he said, "Go get your stuff and come back and sit here. You need this more than me." I was embarrassed and ashamed. I had a family at home waiting for me. I recommend these bears to anyone, but please eat them responsibly. And that's the end of the story.
Why would you recommend those bears?
I don't know. Like, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they have mostly good reviews, but all the reviews on the site are all about these fucking horror stories. It's terrible. Like, this one's called Miss Rona is Shaking in Her Boots. This one's called Diarrhea While Driving. Smells Like Hell. These are terrible stories. And it still has a mostly good rating. So,
crazy.
Apparently if you're trying to lose weight via just unstoppable diarrhea, like sugar-free gummy bears are the way to go.
I'll do it.
Me, I stick to salads. I mean, I still have the uncontrollable diarrhea, but I don't like, gummy bears. Anyways. I've spent most of my day just reading those reviews, man.
Okay.
It's nuts. I went to PT today. Did something kind of cool for me. Not for you guys, but for me. It was really, really neat.
What'd you do?
I fucking walked backwards.
Ooh.
That's a big step, man. I was super happy with it. Last time I tried, I fell.
Straight up moonwalk.
Yeah. It's just doing it. Well, I had walking sticks to, balance with. But
Yeah.
I did the movement without, collapsing.
That's good.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was really, really cool. It was a good day for me. Had a new therapist. His name's Brian. I can't put my finger on Brian. Mostly because of social distancing.
Right.
He is definitely a human person. He's just one of those people where you can't get a read on him. And you can't see his face because they have to wear masks now. So.
Fair enough.
I could only see his eyes. And he's got these beady little eyes.
Why are you going through so many physical therapists, man?
Nobody likes me. Now, my regular therapist, she had a migraine today when she got into her car. She called in, so they called this guy in from Boise.
Word.
Waygando.
Waygando.
If Haley ever listens to this podcast, she knows I'm talking smack about her. But anyways. Ow! Sorry.
It's not the first time we've talked about it.
Unrelated. I know! I talked about her surprised face. Because she has a really round face and really round eyes. Like a perfectly round head. So her surprise face, it looks like an emoji. It looks like an emoji. It's hilarious. It's good stuff. Anyways, what's up with you? Don't say not much, just working.
Hey, not much, just working, man.
You fuck!
Oh, you know.
You're the least entertaining person ever.
Just editing videos and
Oh yeah, you do spend a lot of time on that.
playing video games. Going to work.
Doing stuff. How's Chelsea, man?
He's good.
That's good. I really think you should have eaten before this.
I was going to, but then you were like, I'm in a hurry. We need to do the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, I guess I'll eat during the podcast.
That's my bad. It's because I am really bad about making double appointments on the same day at the same time. And I told someone that I was going to go have dinner with them today. And then, like you do, you forget about things. So I actually switched to doing the recording today because tomorrow I had also promised my company at some place, and we've been trying to do it for weeks. So I'm having like the spaghetti cook-off because I claim that I make some of the best spaghetti ever.
Heard.
And somebody else decided to challenge that shit straight up. And so we've been trying to have this spaghetti cook-off forever, and we can't get the scheduling thing right. And then with the corona and everything, everybody's just... This is like a month in the making. And everybody's finally down to do it tomorrow night. And I was like, no, guys, we record on Thursday nights. And they're like, well, we're still doing it. I was like, fuck! So here we are. On a Wednesday afternoon. Just doing it, man.
Just recording.
Just creating all this content. While Cat freaks out in the back.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Cat.
Yeah, who knows? Anything interesting going on in the world today?
Today,
I haven't checked the news in like 4 years. So
there was that Chinese consulate that's getting shut down.
Oh yeah,
and they were like burning all the stuff outside.
Yeah, what was the story there? So there's this Chinese consulate in New York.
Basically, the government, the reason why they were forcing that consulate to shut down, they didn't really give a reason. They just gave kind of the generic security concerns.
National security.
Yeah. But it was that our government was forcing them to close down that consulate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And they were just burning all their documents?
Yeah, and I guess they were just burning like all their documents and stuff outside.
Man, what a power play. You want to shut us down? All right. There ain't going to be nothing left for you in here. Man, that's crazy. That sounds so illegal. I don't know, because it's different with like foreign policies.
Which part sounds illegal?
You can't burn all your documents, but they're not our documents. Like, that's technically Chinese soil, right?
Yeah, technically. Kind of.
Kind of.
Like...
Kind of.
Those people called the fire department, but the fire department can't go onto the consulate grounds without permission.
That's not even like in an emergency?
Yeah, not even if there's a fire.
Not even if there's a fire. That's nuts. Like, it seems like emergency circumstances would be able to supersede any kind of policy because, like, the safety of people is number one. Unless you're in politics, I guess.
Unless you're in politics.
Yeah. Then, like, the people don't matter. You're all just votes. People trying to swerve this bitch into a tree. Oh my!
You want to tell them your new favorite saying?
Oh my goodness, guys! So we were watching a Philip DeFranco episode show. It was called "My Brain Hurts," and it's basically just these two guys at Huntington Beach. Thank you for watching me this far. They were at Huntington Beach and they were just handing out masks, and they were just asking people, like, they were trolling for sure, a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a tasteful amount. But they were walking up to mostly older people and offering them masks. And like, hey, we got a free mask here. We noticed nobody's wearing masks. Doesn't matter. So the point was that Philip DeFranco was reacting to this thing. And he goes on this, like, 20-second rant at the end of the video. And it's fucking beautiful. I highly recommend it. But he starts it off by like, some people are just trying to swerve this bitch into a tree because the paved roads are part of the deep state. And I laughed so hard that I missed most of the rant. Like, I'm gonna go back and watch it later. But and it was just kind of shocking to see, like, not people just, oh, you wear a mask, I don't want to. It wasn't that. They were just like, fuck you and fuck your mask, I hate you. Being, like, super aggressive to just a couple of kids that were handing out masks. But, it was weird to see, like, that level of hostility against a fucking mask.
It was a weird level of hostility they were having.
Yeah, it's like I'm encroaching on your rights. But again, a lot of it, they were probably talking to people in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah, a lot of them were older people. Which I'm sure, they cherry-picked the best reactions.
Oh, yeah, of course. But still, it's you can make anything look anything.
It was a disproportionate level of aggression.
Yeah!
To just these people offering free masks.
Right, like these first two, this older couple, they walked up to him, just like, hey, we're handing out masks, you want one? And they're like, well, I know where I'm going when I die. Are you going to hell? And bless these kids, man. They're just like, nah, man, that would suck. Oh, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. Anyways, I highly recommend it. The video is called My Brain Hurts.
No.
No?
It was called, DeFranco reacts to something or something like that. DeFranco does.
Sure.
That was just it was in the thumbnail.
Oh.
It said My Brain Hurts.
Oh.
That's why I clicked on the video.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But yeah, it's surprising to see it, because you hear about people being crazy, but
you do. You hear about it more than you see it. And it was just weird to see it.
No doubt. And it's exactly who you think that have a problem with it. I mean, it's nuts.
Mutays, man.
It's too much aggression. Just saying, no, I would not like a mask. And these people just went off on, the craziest fucking conversations about why they're not wearing a mask. That one dude just, got off his bike and wanted to fight him.
Yeah. He's like, you want me to wear a mask? Would you come fight me?
Would you come fucking fight me, bitch? God damn, man. Calm down. Just say no. They were like, get ready to run. This guy just got off his bike. Oh, man, it's so dumb. It's not hard to wear a mask. People are worried. This is the biggest argument I hear about it, because, believe it or not, I know a lot of anti-maskers. I'm really sad that I just had to use that word.
Yeah.
But, anyways, the biggest argument against wearing the mask is oh, this is just where it starts, First they're putting masks on you, and next thing you know, we're in Nazi Germany. Which is a gross overstatement of what it is, but that's basically the direction it's going.
It's a large jump.
It's a large jump. It's oh, no. The masks are the path to socialism, guys. This is the word.
The biggest argument I always see, which I don't really know that many people that refuse to wear masks, but they say they can't breathe with the mask on.
Yes, you can.
I was like, yeah, you can.
It
doesn't do anything really.
It's so easy, man. Breathing is so easy. You do it in your sleep. I've fallen asleep with my face literally buried in a pillow and still woke up. It's so dumb. They're not the most comfortable thing to wear, but neither is underwear. People wear that shit all the time. Bras, I hear, are very uncomfortable.
That's true, I do hear that.
And if you're not wearing a bra, people notice that shit. And will probably bring it up. So, to avoid awkward situations, you just wear bras. And that's what we gotta do with the masks. That's a weird analogy, but it works. It fits, kinda.
It fits, it's there.
Why do you keep letting me talk? The point is that you should probably wear masks out in public. It's a smart move. It's the literal least amount you could do. Not telling you what to do, but, I think we're the only country left right now that's still dealing with this.
No. Coronavirus is still in, every country.
Oh, yeah. But they're calming down. New Zealand has no coronavirus
Besides
cases.
a few. But so there are a few, isolated countries that have 0 cases.
Yeah.
Like New Zealand. I think Iceland also has 0 cases now.
Does Iceland have people?
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know what the population of Iceland is. It's a country, though.
When I think of Iceland and Greenland, all I think of is, research bases. But, yeah, there's people that live there.
No, people live in both those places. Greenland, not as many. Iceland, more.
Greenland's the cold one, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I guess they're both cold. But...
Greenland, it's that one where the cities are all like on these little like fingers of land that stick out from the ice. And there's no like roads in between them. Like you have to either fly or take boats to go in between the cities.
Sure. There's parts of Alaska like that.
There are parts of Alaska like that are cut off.
Skagway, I think. You have to get there by boat. No.
I was in Skagway once. There is a road. But it is like 100 miles to the next town.
Yikes.
There is one road that leads to another town. But yeah, it is like 100 miles away.
Doesn't that like go through Canada, that road?
No.
Or no, like, you were telling me, because you went on that cruise to Alaska.
Yeah.
So you were telling me that like they were giving you information about the town, and like these kids had to get on the school bus and drive through Canada every day to get to school.
No, that wasn't from when I went to Canada. That was just a story of this weird like border situation where there's like an island, a big island that people live on that's part of America, but the road leading out of it leads into Canada. So to go to school, they had to drive through Canada.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Because there's this weird border situation. Because, like, you know...
Man. Borders. There used to be this old show called How the States Got Their Shapes.
Yeah.
And it was just basically explaining why shapes are... or why states are shaped like they are.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of really, really good information in there.
There's a lot of strange stories with borders.
Borders, a lot of them are rivers.
When borders get squiggly... It's because people got squiggly.
It's because people got squiggly. What is that a quote from?
It's from some show that was talking about borders. I don't know what show it was, but I remember that line from it.
It's probably how the states got their shapes.
When borders got squiggly, it's because people got squiggly.
I always thought that the squiggly borders were because it was a river.
Sometimes it is.
Or a lot of mountains times, or something.
Or rivers or mountains or stuff like that do make up borders. Just because it's a natural barrier.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes borders are really weird because people got really weird.
So there's one, I think it's in Missouri. Or Mississippi, I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the state line goes right through this bar. And on one half of the bar, it's a dry county. Where the bathrooms are is a dry county.
Okay.
But where the bar part is... it's in another state. It's wet county. And they have to abide by the laws of both states. So they have a line painted like right down the middle of the restaurant. And if you carry a drink over to the other side, you can be detained, I think, for like 2-3 days, and then the bar gets fined or whatever. So... like, I'm sure that doesn't happen a lot because they're just like, hey, you know, fucking bring that back over here. But technically, if you get caught on the other side, you can get in trouble for it. And that's the dumbest border law I've ever heard because you're in the same building.
That's weird if you could get caught with it over there because dry counties, you can possess alcohol. You just can't, sell it.
Yeah, you can possess alcohol.
Like, you just can have it.
Ouch.
And you didn't purchase it.
Maybe that wasn't it. Maybe, I don't know. It was a weird thing, but they couldn't have any alcohol on the other side of the room. Okay. So they turned it into like a stage and a dance floor and stuff.
Heard.
But it was funny. Just because of the way the border was set, it wasn't like directly up the middle of the restaurant. It was kind of like diagonal or whatever, so the bar's tucked in the corner. Okay. But they can sell alcohol right there in that bar. Right there in that spot.
Yeah, I think that's a gimmick more for the restaurant.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. They got some kind of special tax situation going on. I don't know. But borders are weird and arbitrary. Heard. They are. I mean, it's weird. Not that I'm saying national security is not important and there shouldn't be borders in places. I'm just saying they're arbitrary.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually sound cool. So this is a story I heard about a couple of days ago, and I wrote it down. It says, 82-year-old man dies without ever seeing a woman. Mother died at birth, and he lived in a monastery his whole life. He was 82. He never saw a woman his whole life. How fucking weird is that?
I mean, did he really never see a woman?
Apparently it made the news. I mean, maybe. I didn't fact check the story, but like...
In 82 years, I'm sure he's seen a woman.
He lived on a monastery his whole life. His mother died in childbirth.
He never left the monastery?
That's what it said.
No woman ever had a chance to be at the monastery?
Women weren't allowed at the monastery.
I don't know. That sounds...
It sounds super fishy, right? But
it sounds fishy. I don't know.
Assuming it's real, how weird is that?
I mean, wasn't that weird for him, I guess?
He's probably
It was just his life.
Only person that's ever happened to.
You know, he never watched TV. Never saw a magazine.
That was a monastery.
In 82 years of life.
I mean, he might have. He might have been sneaking one out. I don't know. Maybe had a dream. I don't know.
Well, he wouldn't dream of a woman unless he had seen one.
I heard somewhere
they do say that
every face.
Yeah, everyone you see in a dream is someone you have seen in real life, because the brain is incapable of creating human faces
from nothing.
From nothing, yeah. It can only show you people that you've seen. You might not remember that you've seen them, but like you passed them in Walmart once or something like that. Everyone in a dream is someone that you have seen in real life.
Doubt. Whenever I try to think of random people that I've seen, I always imagine the same face. And it's from an old movie with Dane Cook in it. Good luck, Chuck.
That was a good show.
I think. Anyways, it's that big lady that looked like Honey Boo Boo's mom.
Okay.
With the garbage bag full of donut holes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's her face every time.
That is a random person that you've seen.
That's a random person I've seen. I've seen millions of random people. That is weird, though. What about the fucking demon faces that you see in your sleep? You never dreamt about a devil or a demon or something? I've dreamt that I was being chased by a vampire.
I don't know. Maybe you've seen them in movies or something before.
Nah, maybe. I didn't think about movies, honestly.
Movies or pictures.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. Maybe that doesn't count. Maybe it's not human enough that it doesn't count. And your brain can make it.
I don't know. It's above my pay grade, man.
Mine too. Like, I don't know. Which, to be fair, I don't dream about demons.
Do you not?
I don't know if I ever have.
Really? I feel like I dream about them, like, frequently.
No.
Like, once or twice a month.
Though, granted, I don't remember most of my dreams.
Maybe that's why I don't like scary shit. Because I get enough of it. My sleep.
Because, like, I remember I had a lot of dreams last night. I remember waking up thinking that. But I can't remember any of them now.
Isn't that weird how you can't hang on to a dream?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I don't remember what any of them were about.
Just remember having a bunch of...
I just remember
like 20 dreams.
I just remember thinking, like, I had a bunch of dreams.
Right. When's the last time you were able to lucid dream? Have you ever been able to?
A few times. It's been years, though.
I always wake up like as soon as I realize it's a dream. I don't ever get to do anything fun. One time I got to do something fun in my dreams.
What'd you do?
I convinced myself I could fly. And I did. And I was like, oh, it's working. And then I was like, wait, I can't fly. And just pow! Right back to the ground.
And then woke up.
And then I woke up. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do wake up when they hit the ground in a dream.
That's rude. That's rude, brain. It's mean to me. Ugh. My lucid dreams are never fun.
It's usually a lucid nightmare.
Usually. I don't have good dreams a lot. I have really sad dreams. I dream about shit that makes me sad or shit that makes me scared. My brain's out to get me.
Maybe that's why you don't like scary movies.
Maybe. I don't know. I see enough devils in my sleep. Yeah, man. Break that silence up. What else? I feel like I've been talking for most of this.
Well, yeah. I like to let you talk, though, because sometimes you drop little gold nuggets.
You gotta wade through a lot of dumb shit to find that gold nugget, my friend.
Yeah, but the more I let you talk, the more gold nuggets get dropped eventually.
It's a numbers game. Indeed. Well, what do you want to rant about then? We have an obligation to be entertaining to people.
Do we, though?
No.
Do we?
Not at all. I want to know why episode 11, part 2 got so many fucking views on YouTube.
Oh, no, yeah, it's in like the 70s.
It's in the 70s.
It's by far our most viewed video.
Yeah, the one previous was like 8, and the one after it was like also 8. Even the part 1 had like 8 views. It's like, why in the fuck?
Part 2's where it's at, man.
That's because part 2 is only 30 minutes long.
That might be part of it.
That could be.
Because, podcasts.
Yeah, it makes sense. People listen to them while they're working or on their way to work.
Yeah, they don't listen to them on YouTube. They listen to them on, Spotify.
Our Spotify views are, I think, where the bulk of...
I think we do get more views on Spotify than anything else.
Actually. Which makes sense.
It does.
Because who wants to download a video, right?
You don't download
on their
it.
precious...
You just stream it.
Precious data.
Precious mobile data. Who doesn't have unlimited data anymore?
Me.
Really?
Yeah, I use Wi-Fi everywhere.
Why don't you have unlimited data? What kind of plan you got?
I don't know. One that only costs me about $100 a year.
Really? That's pretty cheap.
It is fairly cheap, but I don't have a lot of data, so I use Wi-Fi a lot.
Heard.
You think if we gathered up enough people, like 5 people...
Okay.
And got a phone plan.
It's possible.
Well, we could get a family plan between us. Like you and me and Corey and Ashley and Kyle or something. If we got a family plan that included the phones.
Okay.
Those are pretty cheap plans.
I mean, it depends. They're not super cheap.
That's super cheap, but they're a lot cheaper than just having a phone on one plan.
It depends, because, those
expensive.
contract plans were more expensive than the pay-as-you-go plans.
Oh, the pay-as-you-go plans are absolutely the way to go. Because you don't get any benefits from contracting with your phone.
And
you get like free upgrades every now and then.
Say the benefit is you get free phone and free upgrades to your phone.
The phone's not free. They charge you.
Depends on what phone you get.
On monthly. Well, yeah, that's true.
No.
If you get a new phone.
So
they just add it to your bill.
No, they don't. Not with the contract plans.
That's what they've done with mine.
You can do that with like pay-as-you-go plans or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, when I used to have a contract plan, it was just a free phone. Like my plan amount never changed. Every 2 years, I got a new free phone.
I don't know. You did it different than me, man. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm still on a family plan. There was never a need for me to change.
Yeah.
So, usually somebody else takes the upgrade.
I had to
change. But my phone bill is super cheap. There's just not a ton of data.
I had to go on my own plan because my family plan didn't have texting.
Oh, I know. That was weird.
Yeah. And so, basically, as soon as I got a job, I went and got my own plan.
Yeah.
Because I needed to text people.
And, yeah, well, that's a necessity now.
It was a necessity then, too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. That's weird. I just realized that that's my phone situation. I honestly never thought about it. So there was never a need to change it or think about it. But yeah, if that ever changes, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I just keep my phone. It's a fine phone. Ouch. But I'm going to go get one of those straight talk plans where you just pay like $400 for unlimited for the year.
Yep, that's what I have.
Go for it. That's the way. This is the move.
Unlimited talk, text, and data.
Unlimited data. What a concept. Yeah, and you can get on like Verizon Network and stuff.
Yeah, they have their own pay-as-you-go plans now too because they realized they couldn't keep up by forcing the contracts on people.
Yeah. These old mom and pop cell phone stores. Walmart.
And the benefit of their pay-as-you-go plans is you can get the phone and pay on it like by the month.
Yeah, they just add it to your bill.
add it to your bill.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Because Straight Talk doesn't do that. You have to purchase a phone outright.
Could you just have a phone?
Well, yeah, you can
just buy the plan.
They can usually transfer your phone over to their plan.
That's rad. There you go. Money-saving tips for those who are unemployed again, because Ada County's back in phase 4.
Ada County is...
Boise City itself is on lockdown. Like, there's nobody there.
Yeah, that's true.
Ghost town.
And the village is very restrictive.
On paper, they like to project the image that they're restrictive, but I go to the village all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's wearing masks. Security's running around with, like, masks pulled down to their neck. It's like, dude.
Why even wear it?
Why even wear it? Stick it in your pocket. But, like, there's kids running around. There's people. I think some of them have masks on, but, like, not really. Most of the people with masks on are, like, kids. I don't know. People want to freak out so much about this mask thing. It just blows my mind. It really blows my mind. Because it's such a small thing.
Yeah, but say, masks are such a small thing. Like,
I can't breathe. You can't be breathing your own air. It's like,
you don't breathe your own air with a mask.
No, it escapes. And then you draw in new air. That's how it works.
Air goes through the mask. That's the whole point. It filters the air. It's not like a sealed system where you're just breathing your own air.
It's not a fucking hazmat suit, man. It's nuts. And it's just, like, I get it. It's irritating to work with them.
I mean, it's a little annoying.
It's a little more annoying if you wear glasses, especially. But, like, you can't wear contacts for a couple weeks, man.
Like, and you only got to deal with it when you're out in public.
Pretty much.
It's not like you got to wear it
in the car.
In the car, at home.
At home. Doing whatever.
Just when you're buying your groceries, put it on. And take it off when you get back to your car.
That's it. It's so simple.
Which Walmart now requires masks inside the store.
They should. Or should not. I don't care. Wear your mask. They now require masks in their store.
Yeah.
For their employees or
for customers?
Everybody? For customers, too.
For everybody.
Really?
Yep. They won't let you in the store if you don't have a mask.
That's so crazy. I guess they do reserve the right to refuse service.
Yeah, they can.
They're
allowed to make that.
I mean, it's their store. But then you're going to have other people responding to that by, if you don't wear your mask, you can get free stuff in my store. Just as an incentive.
I don't think anybody's
I've seen it, man. In a restaurant, made the news. This is why I fucking avoid the news, because I hate it all. But there was this woman, she owned a restaurant. I forget what it was. I think it was like Pennsylvania or something. But she's like 100 free meals a day to people that don't wear masks. Big sign on her front door. Could have been the deep state. I don't know. I don't know. But after watching that stupid Huntington Beach video, I was like, I kind of believe it. So you think people are smart, rational, logically thinking people, but they're not. An individual is.
Most people are. Like I said, that video, they cherry picked.
Oh yeah, for
the
sure.
best. It's not like they were showing every reaction.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's like that all the time with every person everywhere, because they're doing it for the views.
Those are the people that you pay attention to.
Yeah,
because they get your attention.
Yeah, it's the nail that sticks out. But anyways, it's that kind of stuff that can inspire dumb people to do dumb things.
Dumb people to do dumb things, man.
It's a real, like, it gives me anxiety. It's like, man, there's some people out there. They're so stupid. And I'm one of them. I'm a dumb guy just like everybody else, but like, I'm also a bit of a realist. Wearing a mask is not It's not infringing on your rights.
It's not.
It's not. That's not. Oh, sorry. I'm in another place in my head right now. Dude, I ate nuts again. Yesterday.
How? How'd you eat nuts again?
Because, so we had some spinach dip from the store, and apparently Dana doesn't eat anything from the store ever. She's too much of a purist. So she made some, and she put fucking water chestnuts in it. And I ate some, and then I got itchy. Broke out again. I've gone for like years without eating nuts. No problem. No incidents. And then the last week I've eaten nuts 3 times.
I know. You have eaten nuts like 3 times.
It's nuts.
It's a lot of Benadryl.
It's a lot of Benadryl. Maybe that's why I've been so out of it lately. I've been eating a lot more Benadryl. It's an 18-hour pill, guys. Don't mess around. What are you doing?
Looking stuff up.
Talk. Talk to me.
I am talking to you. Well, I was looking up what we were talking about the other day about doing like karaoke songs or cover songs. You were a little drunk at the time.
I was going to say, I don't remember that. I'm not liable for anything I do or say while drunk.
That's not true.
No, it
You're
isn't.
100% liable for it.
You are.
But I don't know. I was just looking up copyright law.
Well, do that later when we're not having a conversation.
We were having an uninterrupted conversation.
This is 35 minutes of me saying dumb shit.
We're at 45 minutes.
Yeah, but, the whole cat thing, that weird little bit in the beginning that we always edit out.
Anyway.
Realistically, we're at like 42.
Sometimes I just got to look stuff up when I remember to look it up. Otherwise, I'll forget.
It's called a note, bro. Oh,
I ain't got a pen.
You got a notepad on your phone.
I don't do this on my phone.
Or put it into your Google and then lock the screen. And it'll be the first thing that pops up later.
Yeah, but then I'll probably just get rid of it so I can do whatever I was going to do when I open my phone.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, man.
That's why I was looking it up now.
Brick wall over here. Brick wall, man.
Just another brick in the wall.
Want to hear a really terrible joke?
Go for it.
What does Pink Floyd and Dale Earnhardt have in common?
What?
Their last hit was The Wall. That's so fucked. It's mean. It's rude.
It's rude. It's a rude joke.
People died, man.
It's like people died.
Indeed. So you had all week to think about stuff when we get here.
I do other stuff during the week.
Fair enough. Actually, you are a fairly busy person. Which is surprising, because you're always like, nothing.
Well, it's
you
nothing.
do stuff all the time.
It's nothing besides the stuff that I got to do every week.
You take no time for you.
I mean, sometimes.
I mean, your personal leisure time.
When sometimes I play video games that I don't record, just for me.
And I don't. That's just a little nugget for me. Understand.
I hang out with Chelsea.
You do. And me,
And you.
I guess.
Yeah, we went out just the other night.
Yes, we did. How much of that are we going to talk about?
I mean, it was a fun night.
Just the beginning?
I wasn't going to talk about it at all. I was just mentioning it.
Okay, word. That's probably good for legal purposes. Every now and then you go out and tear it up with me, and I like that. I wish you'd do it more. God, I wish you were more sociable.
You never invite me.
You're a crazy person. You're always like, nah. Or something like that.
I hardly ever get invited. I usually say yes when I get invited to stuff. But throughout my entire life, you guys have not invited me to stuff all the time.
You're a crazy person.
And then told me about it later. I'm like, dude, you should have came. And I was like, dude, I didn't know about it till right now.
That is so upsetting. I feel like I invite you to all my stuff. I don't go and do much stuff now.
You never invited me to the spaghetti cook-off thing.
spaghetti cook-off thing, it's because I was invited to that.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's true. That's not your thing. And you do a lot of stuff that's not your thing because you get invited to stuff by other people.
Yeah. I go out and I talk to a lot of people. And I always feel weird, like, inviting people to something that's, like, not my event.
Yeah, and you should, because that's not what you should do.
Right. But I guess I could always ask, like, hey, do you mind if I bring a friend? And they can either say yes or no. But I feel like just asking, it puts pressure on them to say, yeah, sure, bring your friend. I'd rather just avoid the whole situation.
Just avoid the situation.
Maybe I should host more things.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, yeah.
Difficult to host, though, because you live at your parents' house right now.
I do. And even if I wasn't, it's like, I don't want a bunch of people in my house. When I was a teenager, I loved having a bunch of people in my house.
Same. I never really liked having people in my house.
Really?
Unless it was, like, my friends. But, like, as far as, like, hosting an event where lots of people came, I never wanted to do that.
That's fair. It's a lot of people using your toilet paper.
Yeah. And
if you think you're not,
Dan, Kyle, and Jeremy would always invite really weird people over.
Yeah.
And then their weird people would invite more weird people.
Yeah, I remember Halloween. That's all good. Yeah, I get it. I'm actually just reviewing your whole life as I know it. I'm thinking, like, yeah, actually, all that is true. Because you really only hang out with us, and then we always bring the weirdos over.
Yeah.
I'm seeing myself in a new light, guys. This is weird. I'm the weirdo guy. Oh no! What if I'm that? What if I bring you and you're the weirdo that I brought? I would hate to do that to you.
That's true.
This is Josh. He doesn't like people that much.
I'm a quiet person, so.
You are a quiet person. I'm pretty much the exact opposite.
I'm that quiet guy you brought.
Brianna used to be that quiet guy that I brought.
That makes sense.
Because she would always, like, want to socialize, but we'd get there and she'd, like, clam up. It was just too much.
That's my problem.
Why, though? Like, what's the psychology behind that? What freaks you out about talking to a stranger?
I still like talking to strangers.
Are you kidding me? We're in the middle of a pandemic. Strangers are the enemy.
I have tried to talk more to strangers.
Really?
And other people.
That's impressive. Why?
It's just weird. I just never have anything to say to them.
You moved 2,000 miles from your home and you talk to the same people?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Look at us. That's pretty cool. I'm super stoked that you moved out here.
Thank you.
It's worked out. I like hanging out with you. You're fun. You're funny. Like, of our group, you probably have the funniest jokes.
I know.
I know. Yeah, you're unbelievably modest.
Once I get comfortable with people, I feel like I'm much better to hang around.
Yeah, that's everybody in the whole world.
But, I don't know. When I'm around people I don't know,
get to know them.
It's just very difficult for me to talk to them.
I get it. Because you don't know what to talk about, right? It's like,
like I can't think of what to talk about.
Sure. Somebody asks you, like, whoa, what are you into? And you just blank and forget everything you've ever done.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. I don't remember anything anymore.
Lamp. I don't remember anything. I don't know. Usually I would take, like, a piece of whatever's going on in the world and ask them what they think about it. And that just gets it started.
Right.
Gets it flowing. Then if it dies off and gets quiet, I usually just fuck off. I go try it with somebody else.
That'll happen.
And then that relationship evolves. If I see him in Walmart or something, I'll wave at him, and then I might see him again later. Be like, hey, man, what's up? What's happening?
What's happening?
And then, yeah, that's the slow method.
Maybe I should drink more.
Oh, my God. Do you know how long I've waited for you to say that? Bruh.
Maybe that would help me out in social situations.
Maybe. We got to find a drink that you like that is not going to amp you up, so no fucking Jaeger bombs. Just one that's going to get the conversational juices flowing.
I do like Jaeger bombs, though.
You love Jaeger and Red Bull, and it's a real problem. You got to learn, because that's like getting in your car and just slamming it into gear and going. A beer's letting it warm up, get the AC going.
I definitely don't like beer.
Yeah,
that's not going to be the thing.
But you haven't tried a bunch of beers.
I've tried a lot of beer.
You've tried like 10 beers.
I have tried dozens.
Dozens?
Basically, every beer that you've recommended, I have tried.
Oh.
And they were all bad.
Yeah, that's fair, because I've gone farther into beer, and I know now what I like. But I like bitter things. To me, it's really good. Like, if a really bitter beer, that's great. I like beer the way you like Coke.
I don't know, man.
I know, it's weird.
It's just bad.
I've had to defend that. So, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We can go get a variety pack of stuff, and then if you don't like it, I'll drink it. Either way, I win. I tried to get you on Moscow Mules. Those are pretty good.
Moscow Mules I don't really like that much.
What about margaritas?
Margaritas, I like some margaritas.
What kind of margaritas?
They're not the best.
They're not the greatest. I don't like tequila. Personally, that's me. How do you feel about...
I do like a lot of mixed drinks, but I'm trying to avoid sugar.
Well, drinking is not the way then. But if you're trying to get
that's
more
another
social...
reason I don't drink is because alcohol, it's not good for you, like calorie wise. There's a lot of calories in alcohol.
Yeah, it's empty. It's just empty calories. There's no nutrition. It nourishes
well, it's not
your
even that
soul.
it's empty. There's a lot of calories.
I mean, they're empty
Ounce
calories.
per ounce, there's just a lot.
I meant the calories are empty. Because
They
there's
are.
no nutrition in alcohol.
They are that as well. But like that's not even the bigger problem that I was talking about. It's just that there are a lot of calories.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like a shot has 100 calories.
Yeah. Alcohol. Ounce per ounce, alcohol has more calories than protein.
Yeah. Well, you can drink beer. Beer has way less calories than liquor.
Well, yeah, it's because there's less alcohol in it.
Makes sense, right? What about wine?
Wine?
Wine's got tons of sugar and alcohol. I get that. But, like, what do you think about wine?
I've never had wine that I really liked. I've had some that wasn't that bad.
So the secret with wine is you have to cut it with cranberry juice. If you're drinking red wine.
Cut it with Coca-Cola.
Cut it with fucking Coke. Can I exchange this
That's
for
actually
Coke?
a real drink, though. I forget what it's called. but
Coke and wine?
It's red wine and Coca-Cola mixed together.
That sounds horrible.
Apparently, it's really good. I've had it recommended to me.
Well, we'll try it.
They sell it at some restaurant downtown in Boise. There's a couple of restaurants that sell it.
It sounds bad to me. My experience with wines is usually they're dry. I don't like dry tasting things. Did you hear that? I got a tooth whistle.
It's so dry.
It's so dry. Making me thirsty.
I got saltine over here.
It's a fucking Sahara in my mouth. I don't like the way and I get fucking heartburn bad when I drink wine.
Me?
Yeah. It's terrible.
Right.
Although I think I get heartburn every time I drink now.
I get heartburn every time I eat pizza now.
Really?
I'm getting old. You know?
Yeah.
Pizza now does it. Like if I have one slice of pizza, I got to take Tums.
That's not a bad trade-off.
It's not. I just
Like taking Tums.
That's like I'll just take the Tums.
I'll just take the Tums. I fucking love pizza.
But I'm saying it is one of those things that you notice that makes you feel like you're definitely getting old.
Yeah, I feel that way about
now.
it.
Every time I eat pizza, I get heartburn.
Fucking heartburn. That's where it starts too. Your back hurt yet?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. That's good. I started early on all my old man stuff. Yeah. I can't eat spicy things anymore. Like, not like I used to.
Oh, I still love spicy. I still eat a crap ton of spicy food.
I love spicy food, but, like, it kills me now. Please don't end it there.
So let's end it here, guys.
No, I saw you looking at the time. No!
Remember to hit that like button.
I'm not old.
And
I'm single.
Let us know down below what kind of drinks you like to drink and what kind of foods you just can't have anymore.
No doubt. What kind of drinks would you recommend that he try, since I'm terrible at it?
We'll see you guys next week.
Later.